Damian Lillard is officially a member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
A touchdown in your city, that's a rival.
Ridiculous, what a play.
But if you want to take a shot at the title,
What time is it?
I've been on the grind, this is my prime.
Oh yeah, it's about to go down. A new dynamic duo in the NBA set to activate in Milwaukee with the news today that Dame Lillard has been traded to the Bucks in a 3-team blockbuster deal. Now, Dame and Giannis have each been named All-NBA 7 times. And if this past season's All-Star game was any indication, maybe they're just destined to be teammates.
My first pick gonna be Damian Lillard.
Wow. See, it wasn't just the pick, it's also how he looked at him. He pointed to him like he said something. Now, let's go back a little further, though. Summer 2022, Lillard asked in a GQ interview which player would help him win an NBA championship. His answer, quote, Giannis. I mean, I would say just the dominance, you know. He's somebody that's going to get to the rim. He's a good playmaker, good defender, disruptive. And the way he plays complements the way I play. I would bring something to the table that complements what he does and vice versa. All right, let's go back to the present now. And a team that missed out on Lillard. Miami? Well, here's Jimmy Butler's reaction to the trade news.
Yo, NBA, man, y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all didn't hear it from me.
Yeah, Jimmy big mad over this one. Miami Herald reporter Anthony Chang had this to say. Damian Lillard's agent, Aaron Goodwin, on Heat's pursuit of trade. Quote, they did everything they could to acquire Dame. It takes 2 to get a deal done. I appreciate all that Pat, Andy, and Mickey did to try and make this happen, but obviously Dame is now headed to Milwaukee. NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins now joins the show. And look, Perk, early in the show, Vegas has the Bucks as the favorite to win the title. But they had the number 1 seed last year with the best record in the league, but they got bounced in the first round to the 8th-seeded Miami Heat. So with this new acquisition of Dame, where do they rank in the East in your eyes?
Eves, I know you didn't bring your boy Perk on here to talk about where the Milwaukee Bucks rank in the East. We should be talking about where they rank in the league. And not only do Vegas got them favorite, damn it, I do too. Listen, first thing first is this. They still have Chris Middleton, and we know what Chris Middleton could bring to the table when healthy. We seen him do it when they made their championship run. They still have the best front court in the league. When you talk about Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Brook Lopez. And then you have guys like Cuttington and Jay Crowder and Malik Beasley being able to be those guys to stretch the floor. Now, let me get to Damian Lillard and Giannis. We saw this past season, what Jokic and Jamal Murray did in the postseason. They were the most dangerous duo in basketball. No one could stop it, whether it was pick and roll, dribble handoffs, pick your poison. They tore every defensive part. That's the same thing the Milwaukee Bucks are going to do. You take Dame Dollar and you put him in that system with those players, and especially Giannis, it's going to be SHAQ and Kobe like. I got them winning it all.
Ooh, and SHAQ and Kobe won 3 straight titles together. There in the early 2000s. All right, so let's go the other way, though, because, all right, so Jrue Holiday, who's a very good player, an all-star in his own right, not sure what his future will be there in Portland, but if you're Portland, you had to do something for your future. What do you make of what they got giving up their franchise player?
I love it. I love it. Look, you just drafted a young stud in Scoot Henderson. His future is very, very promising. I'm talking all NBA. You have a young coach in Chauncey Billups who need a fresh start and who's going to teach those guys not only what to do on the court, but off the court as well. I think the front office of the Portland Trail Blazers did a great job. And here's the thing. Jrue Holiday is already out there available. So they're going to get back some valuable pieces for him, especially if they happen to shop towards the Boston Celtics way, where they could possibly land a Robert Williams and a Malcolm Brogdon. But getting DeAndre Ayton back was great for them. I believe he needed a fresh start. He needs to be able to see what he could do and do more as the former number one overall pick. So I look at the Portland Trail Blazers, and yes, they did lose the best Blazer ever to put on a uniform in Damian Lillard. But I think they got a bright future ahead of them in the upcoming years.
All right, you mentioned Ayton leaving Phoenix, and you kind of felt like that was coming over the last couple of years anyway. But they get a gang of dudes in return for giving him up. So you got that squad out there with D-Book and KD. Where does this put them in the mix based on what they just did to their roster?
Well, I had the Suns the best. I had the Suns coming out of the West anyway. And what it did was not only did it add depth, but it gave them youth. And I love the pickup of, swapping for Ayton for Nurkic, because here's the thing. Ayton didn't want to be there anyway. He wanted a bigger role. Now you have a big body to be able to go and bang with Jokic and AD and all the bigs like Karl Anthony Towns, that you're going to need him to be able to go out there and just do his job. So I think the Phoenix Suns this offseason, as far as what they've been doing, adding to their bench, has been very underrated. And they also did an excellent job in this trade. All three teams won in this trade this afternoon when it came down to trading for Damian Lillard. All three.
And sometimes that's rare when it comes to blockbuster deals like that. And even though Kendrick Perkins has the Suns as his favorite to win the West, they're currently second in terms of the betting odds out in Vegas behind the defending champion Denver Nuggets. But it's all good. That's Perk's list. You got your own list. Appreciate you, brother.
NBA,